Well, hello today. We're going to look at Magic the Gathering creatures that they don't really actually attack, but they could, in theory. That's right, so no defending creatures today. I'm going to start off with Cunning Spark Mage. This is a 3-mana 0/1 human shaman. It's got haste. It's very quick, but not quick to get into the red zone. It has tap. Cunning Spark Mage deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So this is the type of card. It's a creature, but it doesn't actually attack. Not in the red zone, not under the traditional sense. So these are going to be probably creatures too valuable to actually attack into the red zone, and usually won't. I'm not gonna be so hard to say it will never get in the red zone. Of course, you could suit up the Cunning Spark Mage with like an equipment or something. But in general, these are not cards that are going to be seeing the red zone. John, with a pretty obvious one here, card is Blood Artist. Yeah, since when does Blood Artist actually get blood on their hands personally? Yeah, this thing never attacks. It's your babe you want to sit behind. The 2-mana 0/1. When this creature or another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If you attack with this thing and they die, it dies. Okay, you got 1 life. It's like you didn't get any juice out of it. The most juice comes from squeezing this thing from... You could squeeze the most juice if it's not the one getting juiced. We'll just put it that way. Next up we have Islar with Arkham. What is this? Arkham Dagson. Arkham Dagson is a 4-mana 2/2. Oh, isn't this the polymorph thing? Tap, target artifact controller sacrifices it. Yeah, okay, it's basically the same thing. And then the player may search their library. Oh, this is way different. Search their library for a non-creature artifact card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle their library. I actually don't know what to compare this to. This is literally a tutor. This thing is insane. I gotta put this in my Urza deck. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Jess wants Elvish Piper. A classic. Oh, it's such beautiful art. Such a janky card. You know what? I guess people don't care. If you're like a noob to Magic, you'll play with it anyway. 4-mana 1/1, pay a green tap. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. And it's gonna be big. Probably. Okay, Little Dead Fly. Thank you very much for your super chat. A Goblin Electromancer. Now, I'll have you know I've died to Goblin Electromancer a million times, but I know what you mean. If Goblin Electromancer attacks, something went wrong for that player. What is this? I wanted to say it looked like Wario or something like that. This is not the Goblin Electromancer I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with this one. So the 2-mana 2/2 instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I have died to an army of Goblin Electromancers, even from a Storm deck. They like grape-shotted my board down because they didn't have enough juice to actually completely combo out against me, and they just killed me with their Goblin Electromancers. It was really embarrassing. But you know what happens. Sometimes you're in situations you gotta do what you gotta do. Christopher B with Civilized Scholar. Civilized Scholar is a 3-mana 0/1. It's a human advisor. It's also a 2-sided card. Draw a card, then discard a card. If a creature card is discarded this way, untap Civilized Scholar, then transform it. You're gonna get transformed into the Homicidal Brute. At the beginning of your end step, if the Homicidal Brute didn't attack this turn, tap Homicidal Brute, then transform it. I'll give you credit that you're not going to be attacking with this side, mostly because it can't even do anything. It's a very expensive Merfolk Looter. Very, very expensive. DMAD, the Indomitable Ancients. The Indomitable Ancients. Oh, of course, the trees. What do you use this for anyway? I think that you have to attack with this card. It's not going to be for defender. It doesn't have any other purpose. Just be there and sit pretty? I mean, maybe I could like give you a pass. It's supposed to be like the ultimate wall. It's a 2/4. MTG creatures that don't actually attack. Okay, like I'll sort of I didn't really want these types of cards on the show because like it has no ability. So, like, what other purpose does it have? I mean, I guess it's there for blocking, and it technically doesn't have defender that attacks in Doran decks. Yeah, it's definitely going to attack in Doran decks. It's 10 toughness. But, like, at the end of the day, it's probably going to attack. It doesn't have much other purpose, except for being maybe a giant wall. I'll barely let you go with that one. I'll barely let you go with that one. Oh my god, I have to give this one to Christopher B. The Fairy Macabre. That is very much in tune with the show. It's a 3-mana 2/2. Not only is this creature not going to attack, it probably won't even get on the battlefield because it has flying and discard Fairy Macabre. Exile up to 2 target cards from a graveyard. This is a fantastic example of the show. It could attack, though. You can play it and get into the red zone with it. Trent Sims, Norin the Wary. Can it attack? I can't remember. Whenever a player plays a spell or a creature attacks, remove Norin the Wary from the game. Whenever a player... So you can attack with your own Norin the Wary, but it just will get exiled immediately. Return it to play under its owner's control at end of turn, right? When a player plays a spell or a creature attacks, yeah. So you can attack with your own Norin the Wary and be like, okay, that's it. Screw it. Go back to the cave where I came from. Good for blinking for forever. Next, let's get Lil MX Doom with Birds of Paradise. You've never been attacked by Birds of Paradise? I'll have you know, Birds of Paradise actually has dealt a ton of damage through creatures like that have exalted. Just have you know, it happens. It's like it's strangely an evasive creature that can smack the face pretty easily. It's a green 0/1 flying. Add 1 mana of any color. Sorry, Steve Cooper. I sniped you. Started the show off with Cunning Spark Mage. Dressara, Simeon's Spirit Guide. This is another... You know, it's funny, people are throwing these combo cards out. There are so many games where the player with the Simeon Spirit Guide actually has to just play them as a threat or as a blocker. 3-mana 2/2, exile it from your hand to add red to your mana pool. Indiana Jones come with a classic. Royal Assassin was one of our favorites back in the day. So this is basically the camper. This is a camping piece of crap. Royal Assassin, 3-mana 1/1, human assassin, probably uses the AWP. Tap, destroy target tapped creature. Someone's got to alter this with the AWP on it. I've actually just recently started playing some Counter-Strike again. Not very casually, because I'm borderline. I used to play like 20 years ago, but I'm basically a noob all over again. And there is nothing that filled me with more rage than getting shot out of nowhere by the stupid campers. Camping is effective, though. Well, you know what? Not so much in Magic anymore. All right, camping is not so legitimate. And I'm not... Yeah, the AWP. That's right. Okay, next, let's take a look at Solfim's Heartless Hidetsugu. Won so many games in my Solfim deck. This is a 5-mana 4/3. It's got the activated ability. Tap, Heartless Hidetsugu deals damage to each player equal to half that player's life total rounded down. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage for sitting back and doing nothing. Pacers fan forever with the super chat. The Goblin Sharpshooter. Sounds like a wrestling move. Oh my god, he's using the finishing move, the Goblin Sharpshooter. 3-mana 1/1. It doesn't untap during your untap step, but when a creature dies, you get to untap it and tap it to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. Lethal to all the 1-toughness creatures out there. Super lethal. Benjamin Berkey with Michiko Konda Truthseeker. Michiko. We want the Truth Seeker looking for the truth. 4 mana for a 2/2. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you, that player sacrifices a permanent. Oh, this is great. Oh, yes. You just gotta cuddle this one like a baby. Anyone want to come at me? Anybody? So, whenever a source They have to sack a permanent, so they got to attack with like 1,000,000 tokens. Otherwise, they're going to be sacrificing something, something valuable. This is a cool card, actually. This single-handedly will prevent anyone from even want to bother doing anything against you. We got James with Arcanus, the Omnipotent. 6 mana, 3/4 wizard. Tap, draw 3 cards, pay 4 mana, return Arcanus to its owner's hand. Basically a card drawing machine. It's actually quite interesting that they made Arcanus the Omnipotent so strong. It's like, you know, a 3/4 creature on blue is not that bad. It's really not that bad. You know what's better than the 3/4 creature? Drawing 3 cards a turn, that's what. Paces Fan Forever with the super chat. Ireo. Someone please vote for unbanning Ireo. Who do I have to bribe on the Commander Rules Committee to get this thing unbanned? 2 mana 1/1. Whenever the 4th spell of a turn is played, we flip our Ireo into Ireo's Essence. Counter the first spell played by each opponent each turn. I love it. Yeah, very, very, very unlikely. Actually, it might attack. Because it's like, sort of, if it's a flyer, it's sort of free. I don't know if they want to risk it or anything like that. Most miserable type of card? No, Steve, there's more miserable out there, all right? This is not the worst. It can get worse. Let me have this miserable. There's a lot of miserable stuff in this game. Let me have this miserable thing. Orcish Bowmasters actually does attack a lot because it's always part of attrition decks. So I would say that is quite an attacker. Old Friend Bear with Typhoid Rats. You dirty, dirty little rats. Black 1/1 with Death Touch. Oh yeah, see, this is your one of those cards. Hey, don't attack me, all right? It works. It's so effective. It's like, okay, I don't want to throw away any of my stuff into this Typhoid Rats, except when it's a bunch of 1/1 tokens. The Typhoid Rats will not want to waste themselves on those damn things. We've got... we're going to get to everybody who's no card yet. Don't worry. This show is going to go long. We're going to get to everybody. Let's get to Yashtola. Yashtola Rule. The Cat Lady. Fun thing to do. Use the end step ability to exile/return something that has a useful ETB. So the 6 mana 3/5 Cat Druid. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then if it's the first end step of the turn, there is an additional end step after this step. I honestly have no idea what I just read. Oh, I see. So it's a blinker. So we want to keep it on defense so that we can blink things over and over again. That's not bad. That's probably a lot of value. This thing absolutely attacks. So the idea of the show mostly is like the risk to attack. You wouldn't want to attack with the creature because the risk is too great versus the reward of it sitting back behind. So I'll count it. We got Big Mike in the house. This technically counts. Dwarven Confluencer. Remember, they could attack. I did say they in theory they could. They just very likely won't. Okay, Big Mike made a super chat, and super chats are allowed to basically call out illegal cards. The Dwarven Confluencer, a 3 mana 1/1, tap, destroy target non-token land. Okay, its controller creates a mana confluence token. Absolutely. Now this is an awful design. We have like basically Stone Rain on a tap ability over and over and over again. Kano with Azami, one of my favorites. Azami. She's not so powerful anymore, not so popular. 5 mana 0/2 human wizard. Tap an untap wizard you control, draw a card. That's value. What I love about it, you don't need... Summoning Sickness doesn't matter. It's basically 5 mana, draw a card immediately. Trying to kill her? Oh, in response, I'll draw another card. And I tap all my other wizard friends around here for some more cards. Exactly how it's going to work out. Okay, we're going to look at more of these amazing cards that don't actually want to attack. And I'll tell you where you're going to get them from. You're going to get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. You know why? Because I'm an influencer. I'm going to influence you to buy things for your own good. not every card in your deck needs to attack. You got to have something in the background. They're giving you some value, and that's what this show is all about today. And you can get them all at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, to get 5% off all your purchases, because it saves you some money and it supports the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And okay, next we've got a super chat coming out from, we got Saxus, the 5th Doctor. Does anyone have all the doctors memorized? I mean, they're all the same to me. We did Royal Assassin already. Great card. Oh, I do have to spell it out. The 5th. There we go. The 5th Doctor. It's a 4-mana 2/2 Time Lord Doctor. Peaceful Coexistence. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control that didn't attack or enter the battlefield this turn. Untap those creatures that didn't attack? That didn't? So actually you want to hold the whole board back. The whole board doesn't want to attack. At the beginning of your end step. You could do that every single turn. The longer we wait, the bigger the army gets. Next up, let's get Mercenary with Jushi Apprentice. Sounds very juicy. What is this here? We have a 2-mana, 1/2. For 3 mana, tap, draw a card. If you have 9 or more cards in hand, we can flip our Jushi Apprentice. What does it do? 5 mana, tap, target player draws X cards where X is the number of cards in your hand. Oh, so this is like Seagate Restoration, but actually on a creature. Fascinating. Okay, next up, we got Raktus with another super chat. We've seen the Tree of Redemption. We have not seen Tree of Redemption. The Tree of Redeeming Qualities. Oh, it's a new art. Where's the original? I think the original is better. For 4 mana, you have a 0/13 Oh no, this is disqualified. I'll tell you why. Because as Defender, it can't actually have Defender. Remember, these are MTG creatures that don't actually attack, but they could. They could attack. That's because otherwise we'd have a billion defenders on this show. Sorry, Tree of Redemption. Looks like Raktus is going to need some redemptions. We're going to donate the super chat to Maddie Madsen. Magus of the Moat. More like all the Maguses. Could technically attack if you gave it flying. I don't know if that counts, but hey, at least nearly no one gets to attack. Oh, you're right. Creatures without flying can't attack. Also doesn't have flying. Okay, this should be. I shouldn't really count this one, but I will, because in theory you could give it flying, yeah, through an equipment or an aura or something. Yeah, Isis wants, what is this? Timmy. Ugh, Prodigal Sorcerer. Fortunately, I know who you're talking about. It's Timmy. This literally looks like sort of like someone who goes to the local game store. Did anyone notice that, like, at some point that the art started to make it look more and more like people who like go to the game store? There's no way in hell I feel like I don't know. You know what? This is just not giving me wizard vibes. Either there should be like no beard or a big beard, and not so much in between. Well, in theory, all the walls could lose Defender. That is true. Okay, remember that Prodigal Sorcerer. Tap Prodigal Sorcerer. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Next, we got Adaptus with Biophagus. Biophagus with 2 mana, 1/2 human tyrannid wizard. It's got genomic enhancement. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. If this mana is spent to cast a creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. This card looks terrible to me. Why is it $33? It looks just straight up garbage. I don't get it. Bryce wants some redemption. Draneth Magistrate. 2 mana, 1/3. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Too valuable to go into the red zone. Saxa with a super chat. Prosper Tome Bound. I have never attacked with him in 5 years. I've had him. Also, today's your birthday. We should be giving you the $5 or the $20. So I feel like doing a big one. Well, with that, Saxus, we're gonna give all those super chats. We're gonna give 3 super chats to somebody else. So, Prosper Tomebound, a 4-mana 1/4 with Death Touch. Excellent blocker. Mystic Arcanum. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library until end of turn. Sorry, until the end of your next turn, you can play that card. That's value. So it's like it's a Howling Mine, and then Pact Boon. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Also, Ramp. Very, very valuable card. Happy birthday. Okay, let's give Vac a super chat. How about that? Brian Stoutarm. Brian Stoutarm is a 4-mana 4/4 giant warrior, lifelink. For red, tap, sack another creature. Brian Stoutarm deals damage equal to the sack creature's power to target player. Funny, cannot, yeah, I mean, just flavor-wise, cannot sacrifice itself. Maybe it just did a big lunge, but not working. Next, Talthar with Prodigal Pyromancer. I've never heard of it. Probably I know. Is this like the fire version of Timmy? 3 mana for a 1/1. Oh, it is. It literally is. Tap, Prodigal Sorcerer deals 1 damage to any... Sorry, Prodigal Pyromancer deals 1 damage to any target. It's basically the same thing. Calentaires with, I give you a super chat. Goblin Welder. Excellent choice. Any Goblin Welder fans out there? This card is unbelievably powerful. So the red 1/1, tap, choose target artifact a player controls and target artifact card in that player's graveyard. If both targets are still legal as the ability resolves, you do the old switcheroo. So this is good for 2 reasons. First off, you can reanimate big artifacts from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also can be used as removal against your opponents. If they've got a crappy artifact in the graveyard and a big beefy artifact in play, you can just swap them. So quite amazing. So it doesn't even say it destroys. You could swap their One Ring for their I don't know, egg of some sort. Oh, yeah, nice. They call me Tom. Archangel with Preacher. Looks more like a lawyer. 3 mana for a 1/1. You may choose not to untap your Preacher during your untap step. Tap, gain control of target creature of an opponent's choice that they control as long as Preacher remains tapped. So you swipe it, and I guess you keep talking down to it or something. Less than with Gigantomancer. Gigantomancer is an 8 mana 1/1. What the hell? From the Rise of the Eldrazi era. It's a very expensive 1/1. For 1 mana, target creature you control becomes 7/7 until end of turn. Probably itself. Hold on, wait. Would this count? Target creature you control. It could probably target itself. I'll sort of count this. It's a very unique effect. That's what I'm going for today. But let's be serious. If there's no other creatures in play, it's just going to turn itself into a 7/7. Did experiments on itself. Ooh, that's a great one. Golgari Grave Troll. I have been attacked by this thing. It's really rare. It does have... I mean, the number one thing is that it dredges 6. That's the main purpose of this card. But... if you're like really running long creatures, you need to win the old-fashioned way. It enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature card in your graveyard. So I mean, if you got like a Grafdigger's Cage out, they can still dredge, even though stuff isn't going to come back from the graveyard, and they'll put the Golgari Grave Troll in their hand and then recast, and it might be a big creature that they can beat down with. So I have lost to this thing. Summer Mermaid Star with the first Doctor. Does anyone remember their first Doctor? He could attack, but instead, we crew the TARDIS with him. 3 mana for a 2/2 Time Lord Doctor. When the first Doctor enters the battlefield, search your library and or graveyard for a card named TARDIS. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Whenever you cast a spell with Cascade, put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature. So this is just a okay, so this is a TARDIS crewer. It's going to crew the TARDIS. I don't know how this card plays out, to be honest. Okay, who else doesn't have a card? Buzz Rickson, the Ragman. Is that like a towel guy or something? What is this? Is this... Oh, there literally is a card called Ragman. It's hard for the search to find it. 4 mana for a 2/1. For triple black, tap, target opponent reveals their hand and discards a creature card at random from it. Fascinating. Plays ability only during your turn. Reveals their hand and discards a creature. Oh, I see, I see. We need to know what's in their hand to know that they're discarding a random creature card. They're holding back the good ones. Have I read TARDIS? No. Do I need to? It's okay. We can. I believe you. I believe you. Arboreal Grazer. It's weird actually. This generally doesn't attack, but it can. It feels so much like a defending creature. It's a green 0/3 with reach, and when it enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. It's literally a superior Mox Diamond. If you really think about it hard enough, this is just a much better Mox Diamond. Well, except for the fact that you don't get 1 mana of any color. You have similar ramping qualities, though. Leon with Taunos, the actual creature, the Urza's apprentice. Okay, we have Taunos. This is a 2 mana 1/3 human artificer with haste, and for 2 mana, copy target activated or triggered ability. You control from an artifact. Oh, an artifact source. I was wondering, can we copy of its own activated ability? You may choose new targets for the copy from an artifact source. Oh, I see. If they have a target, you can choose new targets. Hexenort with interface ace. Interface Ace is a 2 mana 0/4 robot pilot. Now, the creature saddles, mounts, and crews vehicles using its toughness rather than its power. Whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it. This ability only triggers once each turn. This is a great card. Might actually make some like crew cards actually playable. And definitely technically this card is supposed to be attacking with the stuff that it crews. Technically. But practically speaking, it doesn't. We have Quill Quick Rezzers with Bazaar Trader. Part of one of my favorite tricks. Step 1, steal a permanent. Step 2, use Trader to make yourself the stolen things controller. That effect doesn't end until end of turn. So 2 mana, 1/1, tap. Target player gains control of target artifact, creature, or lands you control. Oh, I see. You have one of those. So you're going to use one of those cards that like steals the creature until end of turn, but then you keep it permanently with the Bazaar Trader. You know, it's not really much of a trader. It's more like remove the return address from the product, or I don't know how to put it. No one knows who owns this thing anymore. Next up, Raptor with Wings, with Hot Shot Mechanic. Hot Shot Mechanic is a 1 mana 2/1, but it crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. What does that mean? Like it was 4? So the idea is if you buff up this creature, then it just crews even larger things above that. Next, we got Rose Kitty Ooh, Trap Runner. What is this? This looks so old. It's old! Look at this fool. It's getting smacked by the stupid tree. Just like the Stormtroopers in Return of the Jedi. This is a 4-mana 2/3. Tap, target attacking unblocked creature becomes blocked. This is a fat. So basically it can block anything. The ultimate blocker is the Trap Runner. The best blocker. Have we ever looked at best blockers? I want to say we have never looked at the best blockers in Magic the Gathering. I don't think blocking is really in my best blockers in Magic. Okay, that's definitely got to be a show. And this has got to be like the centerpiece of it. This is a fantastic card. We got your boy and Ted with Ovia, Automech Artisan. Group Hug Trick. This applies to all players if they could attack the controller's opponent. Could attack with it, or we can tap it for value. Okay, we have a 4-mana 1/2. Each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample. And for a green tap, you may put a creature or a vehicle card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put an artifact onto the battlefield this way, to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. A creature or vehicle card. Oh, I see. Okay. I was like wondering, could I put the One Ring in play? But no, that doesn't work because it's not a vehicle. So all it is it's Elvish Piper of 2025. When did this thing come out? 2025 Elvish Piper. They're power creeping Elvish Piper, damn it. How much stronger does Elvish Piper have to get? We did best MTG creatures built for blocking a year ago. I'm gonna look it up. Built for blocking. Maybe not the best at blocking. They're natural blockers. Okay, Corbinic with Ambush Viper. Does it flash? I can't remember. It does have flash. It's gonna get ya. 2-mana 2/1. They always get you when you don't expect it. We have done Birds of Paradise. Sorry about that, Scorcher. Who has no card yet? Do we get everyone who has no? We have Magnum Opus Gold with. Oh, wait a minute. You know that sound? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I got this in queue. Arcades, the strategist. Okay, before we do this, we gotta thank my second sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online, the digital platform to play all your favorite platforms, but digitally. Don't worry about shuffling cards. The client does it for you. You can rent cards and play every deck in every format using coupon code Nikachu_58V for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to our show. Okay, let's take a look at Arcades the Strategist. They're using a lot of strategy over there. Strategy is sit back and camp. This is a big camping show. 3/5. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, we get to draw a card. That's value. I don't know how good that value is. I'm not really a person who fills their deck with a bunch of defending cards. Then we have each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Isn't this strictly better Doran? This is Doran, right? But it's Doran in blue. I approve of this card. Blue Doran. Big fan already. Arcades is a good attacker. Well, the point being, like, it's cards that are generally better sitting behind. I'll admit, this is actually... Yeah, this is probably a pretty loose suggestion. It's got Flying Vigilance. It's got a really big butt. Like, it doesn't lose all that much by attacking. There's not a really good... It's not exactly like a vulnerable creature is what I mean. Okay, we got Rose Kitty Uwu with the super chat. Defender of the Guildless. Uh-oh. Is it Defender of... Or is it like Defender of the Order? Defender of Guildless? What is this card? Defend of Guildless? How do I put Defend Guildless? This card doesn't exist. Was this what you were going for? I don't know what it is. Defender of the Guildless. This card doesn't exist. Okay, we'll get back. Tried guildless. Oh, just guildless. Let's try just guildless. Govern the guildless. That's not a creature. Okay, look up the card. I'll give it to you, but you gotta look up the card. Okay, fan factor, Jace. Vryn's Prodigy. It's a 2-mana 0/2. Tap. Draw a card, then discard a card. If there are 5 or more cards in your graveyard, exile Jace Vryn's Prodigy, then return them to the battlefield. Transformed under the new Jace Telepath Unbound. +1, up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0. And then -3, you can Snapcaster Mage an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. And also -9, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, target opponent puts the top 5 cards of their library in their graveyard. Too bad for them. It's Baby Jace. It's not so babyish, though. Next, we've got... Oh, is it that? Guardian of the Gateless? Not the Guildless. They had gates. Okay, this is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. Can block any number of creatures, and when Guardian of the Gateless blocks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature it's blocking. That was your officially your super chat. Felicia with a Crone Horse. Does it have Defender? Defender disqualified. Next, remember, they could attack. They could. Argentina with Time Elemental. We have this weird card. 3 mana for a 0/2. When Time Elemental attacks or blocks at end of combat, sack it and it deals 5 damage to you. It's literally telling you don't do it. Don't attack with it. If you do, you're going to regret it. For 4 mana, tap, return target permanent that isn't enchanted to its owner's hand. What the hell is the point of this card? Turn target permanent so I can bounce a land? This is awful. Above and beyond terrible. Oh, it's okay, Felicia. Everyone makes the mistake. We got Argent Bast, Peace Walker Colossus. Oh, we have a gigantic robot to keep the peace. 3 mana 6/6. Oh, it's a vehicle. Vehicle, not actual creature. Gotta be a creature. We're on a roll. 2 disqualifications in a row. Dinglebag with Jace's Archivist. This is a 3 mana 2/2 Vidalcan Wizard and a blue. Tap. Each player discards their hand and draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. This might be one of those cards where no one's even gonna kill it. They're like looking at their hand. Yeah, this hand sucks. I'd rather have a new one. No one ever likes their hand, almost ever, unless there's like a turn 1 win. So it can always be better, people think, and then they draw a hand of like no lands or all lands, and then they regret. This is a grass is always greener on the other side sort of card. Steve Cooper, you have no card yet. Cinder Pyromancer. Yeah, that's right. You try to suggest a card I suggested at the beginning of the show. 3 mana for a 0/1 elemental. Tap. Cinder Pyromancer deals 1 damage to target player. Strictly worse than Timmy. Whenever you play a red spell, though, you can untap your Cinder Pyromancer. So it might cascade into a lot of damage. It's possible. We got Trom over here with Magar of the Magic Strings. I'm going to look up Magic Strings. Is this Magus? No, it's literally Magar. If I'm attacking with him, somebody probably exiled my graveyard. So 3 mana for a 3/3, and for 3 mana, note the name of target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard and put it onto the battlefield face down. So everyone knows. It's a 3/3 creature with whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may create a copy of the card with the noted name. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost, and if this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. It feels like a Pedgeman card. It's giving me Pedgeman vibes. Pedgeman likes making these cards that are like, you can cast the backside of this thing, and now you can basically cast the backside of this. A user friend... Did you just make this account? Seedborn Muse. Seedborn Muse. 5 mana for a 2/4. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. Too valuable. Bryce says, I don't think anyone is attacked with Displacer Kitten. Why not? If things don't go well, you could cast a spell and blink your Displacer Kitten, couldn't you? 4 mana for a 2/2. When you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control, then return back to the battlefield. So you always have that backup plan. Aaron with returned... What was this? Returned to sender. Returned Phalanx. Whatever that is. Returned Phalanx. 2 mana, 3/3. Oh, Defender. Oh, hold on. Returned Phalanx can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender. Well, then it's going to attack anyway. What's the point of like giving the activated ability? Remember, this is MTG creatures that don't actually attack, but they could. I don't know. Like, this is I sort of know what you're going here for, but it's not within the spirit of the show. Sorry about that. We have a super chat here from Archangel. Thanks so much. Scarwood Bandits specifically. Green Rhystic Steel effect. 4 mana for a 2/2 human rogue with Forest Walk, and for 3 mana tap unless I don't see many abilities start with the word unless. Now, unless target's artifact controller pays 2 mana, gain control of that artifact for as long as Scarwood Bandits remains on the battlefield. Gain control. Oh, so it's basically an artifact steal card. It also taxes everyone's mana. So you gotta have 2 mana up or someone's gonna swipe your stuff. This is a load of BS. Tamio absolutely attacks. That's how you get the tokens. Spectral Maniac with Humble Defector. Two mana for a 2/1. Tap, draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of Humble Defector. Activate only during your turn. Gets a little passed around too. Tira with Kalidas. Which one? Kalidas, Blood Chief of Get. I didn't know this Kalidas existed. 7 mana for a 5/5. Triple black, tap, destroy target creature. If that creature is put into a graveyard this way, put a black vampire creature token onto the battlefield. Its power is equal to that creature's power. And its toughness is equal to that creature's toughness. Why can't we just get the creature? I don't get it. So instead we're destroying the creature, but we're taking its soul. We cloned it or something? Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Scorcher with a Dark Steel Mirror. 3 mana, 0/1. It's indestructible. Yeah! That guy is not attacking. I didn't even know this guy exists. I thought I saw every single mirror on this show. This one never came up. I swear we've done like a mirror tier list too. Never heard of this card. Okay, Argent Bast wants some redemption with Jacob. The Hawken Investigator. Where is it? Hawken Investigator. 2 mana for a 0/2. Tap, draw a card, and exile a card from your hand face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. You may pay 6 mana. If you do, transform Jacob Hawken Inspector. And it transforms into Hawken's Insight. Legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library face down. You can look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a spell from among the cards exiled with this permanent without paying its mana cost. It's a very humble card. It's a very humble card. It's like a baby Jace, because it does a lot less than what Jace would do. Next up, we got Voltlin with Verbose Host. Is that a name? VNWXT? Is that literally a name? The hell is this? How do you pronounce that? Verbose Host, a 2 mana 0/4. Start your engines. You have no maximum hand size. Max speed. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. So it is it's a Howling Mine that takes a lot of work to get online. Zerboos, Mother of Runes. It's actually impressive how long this show has gone. Before we've actually mentioned this one. White 1/1. Tap target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Including her. Wait, can't homunculus not talk? I mean, I don't know. Sign language. Sign language is the key. Okay, I guess we're now down to no 2 cards yet. We've got Old Boy with Spectral Guardian. What is this guy all about? It's a 4-mana 2/3. As long as Spectral Guardian is untapped, non-creature artifacts cannot be the targets of spells or abilities. Look at that! What a way to give hexproof to everything. As long as it's untapped, non-creature artifacts. Oh, it's got to be only your non-creature artifacts. But still, very interesting card. Very fascinating. Kano with Azuri's Archer. It's a green 1/2. Reach. When Azuri's Archer blocks a creature with flying, Azuri's Archers gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Actually, very oppressive to the flying creatures. Profitably block the Delver of Secrets. Sulfim with Palincron. Just for like combo kills. If you see this, usually it means an infinite combo is to fall. You're not wrong, all right? You're not wrong. 7 mana for a 4/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, untap up to 7 lands. For 4 mana. Return Palincron to its owner's hand. Usually you're not attacking with this thing. We got Meadow with Rubinia. The Soul Singer. This is a 5-mana 2/3 fairy. Is this new? No, this is old. You may choose not to untap your Rubinia Soul Singer during your untap step. Well, I'll be. Tap, gain control of target creature for as long as you control Rubinia, and Rubinia remains tapped. This literally just steals creatures. I can't tell if it's better or worse than the 4-mana fairy that ETB steals a creature. Choose not to untap. It's got 1 more toughness, but also has summoning sickness. We done Gravecrawler yet? Basically only ever used in combos. No, that's actually not true. Gravecrawler is a great attacking card. It's in like combo-esque decks, but they do attack with all the creatures in the end. That's how they get their payoff. And Fadiaz with Priest of Titania. Big elf fan there. It's Julio, by the way. Now, YouTube gets the tag instead of name on chats. Oh. You know what? It like switches and changes all the damn time for some reason. Priest of Titania is a 2-mana 1/1. Tap, add a green for each elf on the battlefield. Keep the elves down. Keep the elves down. Keep the elf population down so you can keep Priest of Titania down. It only makes her stronger when there's more elves in play. Use this with Deathrite Shaman. The strongest 1-mana Planeswalker. A 1/2. You can exile land to add mana. From the graveyard, and also from the graveyard for a black. Exile an instant or sorcery to make the opponent lose 2 life, or exile a creature for a green, and you gain 2 life. All abilities have tap. Funny though, once the graveyards are stone empty is when you'll probably see the Deathrite Shaman actually get into the red zone. Benjamin Berkey with Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker. You know what? It is like you're sort of right. There are actually some combos with Kiki Jiki that Kiki Jiki ends up attacking, but you know, okay, I'll agree with you. Usually it's something else that's attacking. 5-mana 2/2 haste. Tap, make a token of a non-legendary creature. Talathar Dryad Arbor. It's a 1/1. It's also a forest. Sometimes it's held back so far, people don't even know there's a creature there. Next up, we got Lord Jeraxis. Doesn't have a card yet. Apprentice Necromancer. Those are like two very magic names. They just put them together to make a new magic card. Apprentice. There's a million apprentices. There's a million necromancers. So there's got to be an apprentice necromancer. And one day there'll be a necromancer apprentice, I bet. 2 mana, 1/1. Pay a black tap. Sack it. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The creature gains haste, and at the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice it. You get to live only one more time. Very short. Very, very short. Mercenary Nezumi Shortfang. Nezumi. There's a lot of Nezumis. We want the Shortfang one, though. Where is that? There we Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, Nezumi Shortfang, 2 mana, 1/1. For 2 mana, tap. Target opponent discards a card. Then, if that player has no cards, we flip the Nezumi into the Stab Whisker. So you can stab people with your whiskers here. Stab Whisker the Odious. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player loses 1 life for each card fewer than 3 in their hand. Oh, so it's like a rack effect. That's what it does. Strictly a rack effect. This was the first flip card that was ever spoiled. People looked at it, they were like, Magic is getting insane. Steve Cooper, they made Dryad Arbor look like a forest once, and it changed the rules because of shenanigans. Well, yeah, there were some shenanigans. That's right. Okay, we got Rose Kitty Uwu. With what is this? Marie. You know, it's very interesting to see some people. Depending on the show, some people are suggesting like way more cards than others. I think because, you know, they have a passion for these types of cards, and I think our friend Rose Kitty loves the cards that are sort of sitting back and doing stuff. So we have a 3 mana 1/1. Marie Barrette doesn't untap during your untap step. Tap, gain control of target creature as long as you control Marie Barrette. When Marie Barrette leaves play or becomes untapped, destroy that creature. It can't be regenerated. You're not getting the card back. This is better than that fairy we just looked at a little while ago. What is this expa? Viashino Heretic. I always thought the Viashinos is always attacking. So this is a 3 mana 1/3, but for 2 mana, tap destroy target artifact. Okay. And the Viashino Heretic deals damage to that artifact's controller. Deals to that artifact's controller damage equal to the artifact's total casting cost. This is actually a pretty sick card. I would actually go as far as to say this is a very underrated card because it can perpetually just blow up artifacts on the battlefield with damage. Anyone heard about this card till today? I never heard of this card. We have Saxus with the super chat. Asarak. I didn't look this up properly at all. The Archlich. It's not going to attack because the whole point of this card is just keep bouncing back to your hand and replaying it. When it enters the battlefield, if you haven't completed the Tomb of Annihilation, return Asarak the Archlich to its owner's hand and venture into the dungeon. It's Asurarak the Archlich attacks. For each opponent, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token unless that player sacrifices a creature. But it's very, very common. Like this card is found in combo decks that just plan on just replaying this card over and over and over and over and over again. Technically, the Marie Barrette is legal in Modern. I have no doubts that this card is very good in Commander. I have strong doubts this card will... Like, this card doesn't even have 2 toughness. Sorry, where is this? This thing will get sniped off by Lava Dart. Orcish Bowmasters, Ren and 6. Poor 1 toughness creatures. Beanut Putter is in the house. Gran. I thought Gran did attack. And it was like, it was important. I thought the, did I look this thing up properly? There's too many Gran cards. Am I looking this up properly? Gran. Or is there like a real name to this card and I just don't know what it is? And everyone just calls it... Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Gran. Grand always attacks. When it becomes tapped to draw a card, and then discard a card, and it has to attack. Okay, we're gonna disqualify this one. You know, there's a lot of cards that are like a little iffy. You have to attack with this card in order to get value out of it. I mean, if you can put some ability on it, that's fine. But in general, they're always attacking with this card. Felicia with Redemption. Glisser Bairn. 5 mana for a 1/4. Oof. This card is cute. Look at this art. They're dressed as a raccoon. They're dressed as a raccoon, Steve. Steve Cooper. Look what they're going out for as Halloween. Okay, this is a. It's got Vivid. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn. Rex is the number of colors among perms you control. Buff them up from the sidelines. Next, Argentina Dwarven Miner. taking a picture to put on the dating site. It's a 2 mana 1/2. For 3 mana, tap destroy target non-basic land. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's hot down in the mines. But what's with the art? What's with the shoulder apparel? But there's nothing on the body. I don't get it. Well, I don't get it at all. Almond Emery. Oh, that's a great one. That's a lurking card. 3 mana for a 1/2. Affinity for artifacts. Enters mill 4 cards. And tap, choose an artifact from your graveyard, and you can cast it this turn. Get a lot of free artifacts. Get a little good value, too. Next, we've got... I don't think Christopher B got a second card yet. Time Stream Navigator. Oops, I looked up Tim Stream. Two mana for a 1/1 with Ascend. And for 4 mana, tap, put Time Stream Navigator on the bottom of its owner's library. Why? Take an extra turn after this one. Activate only if you have the City's Blessing. Very bizarre card. That is like the hardest one turn you could possibly get out of this game. Hexnor Cauldron Familiar. When Cauldron Familiar enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. Sack a food. Return Cauldron Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. Can't this thing sacrifice itself? Can't you attack? Isn't this one of those cards where you can freely attack with it? I think this card actually you can freely attack because what was it? You could use if it gets blocked, you just sack it to its sack ability. And then you return it back to the battlefield anyway with the food. So it's like nothing ever happened. I actually would disqualify this card. I do not believe that this is a card that you would have to sit back because it's getting sacked anyway. Have we talked about Thassa's Oracle? Thassa's Oracle is one of those cards where there's probably even no opportunity to actually attack. The game's over. 2 mana for a 1/3. Enter ETB. Okay, I'm not gonna read. We all know what Thassa's Oracle does. If Thassa's Oracle wins the game. It probably still is a Pioneer staple. It's a good card. We got Archangel New with Meddling Mage. You've never seen Meddling Mage like get into the red zone? The human decks, people. The human decks. I probably should... You know, I know what you mean by this, so I'm going to keep it. But, like... So the deal is, Meddling Mage, as it enters the battlefield, choose a non-land card name. Spells with the chosen name can't be cast. Very often, this card is being played versus combo decks that don't have creatures. So, after you, like, name their combo card... I mean, you're going to attack with it. You're probably going to attack with it. Don't you play with 2 Thassa in your Merfolk deck? I have had some Thassa's Oracles in some Merfolk decks. Some. Very some. Very specifically, like, versions that can combo kill. Almond with Oswald. Oswald Fiddlebender, to be exact. The 2-mana 2/2 with magical tinkering for a white tap. Sack an artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacked artifact's mana value and put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. None of these cards have really stood the test of time. Like, they're all trying to reinvent Birthing Pod, but it just doesn't work. Doesn't quite get there. Indiana Jones, Army Ants. It's the ants. Ants are really annoying if you have an ant infestation. Does that happen to anybody? It happened when I was a kid. Told my mom, I see an ant. She's like, kill it. Then I see another one. She's like, kill it. And I said, I see like 5 more. And then she got quite concerned. Okay, we have Army Ants, 3 mana 1/1. Tap, sack a land, destroy target land. This is a terrible card. This card is terrible. It's very much an eye for an eye card, but I don't even want to lose my first eye in the first place. We got Traumid with Wilfred Brimley, Wilfred Mott, Diabetes. Yeah, turn every land into a strip mine. You like that one, Argentina? There we go. This could be Wilfred Brimley. This person could have diabetes. Wilfred Mott is a 4 mana 2/4 human soldier. Look into the stars. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Time Lord counter on Wilfred Mott. Then look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of time counters on Wilfred Mott. You may put a non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Mono says, is that really that bad? You can trade basics for whatever's causing you problems. Well, I mean, I don't like the idea of blowing up my own lands. I guess it's fine if you have a land surplus. Next, let's get... Saxus really wants Giant Killer on here. Oh, that's the tapper, right? I think it taps stuff. Yeah, it's a white 1/2, and for 2 mana, tap to tap target creature. It's like Richmond Port, but for creatures. And it's also got Chop Down for 3 mana, an instant. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Super chat incoming from Bryce. Thank you so much, Bryce. John Icarus. Sorry, John Irenicus. Is it related to John Icarus? Or Icarus? Probably Icarus wasn't even named John. John Irenicus, the Shattered One, is a 4 mana 3/3 elf wizard. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control of up to 1 target creature you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it and tap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game, and it gains this creature can't be sacrificed. Target opponent gains control of up to 1 target creature you control. And you just make it bigger. Whenever creature you own but don't control attacks, you draw a card. I don't know exactly the reasons you would want to definitely keep this behind, but I can see some value here. Okay, we have some people with no cards yet, so let's get that. We got Christmas with Abstruse Archaic. It's an avatar. It's a 4 mana 3/4 Vigilance. For 1 mana, tap copy target activated or triggered ability you control from a colorless source. You may choose new targets for the copy. So you can copy the One Ring. That would be insane. Cairo with Obeka. The Brute Chronologist. Obeka, the 4 mana 3/4. Tap the player whose turn it is may end the turn. Oh, they may, but they don't have to. Interesting. You give them the choice. Would you like to stop the turn here, right now, or continue? Very fascinating card. All right, everybody, that is it for today. Thanks so much for joining me today. It seems there was a lot of people passionate about creatures they can't even attack with. And of course, we can do more shows like this. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. The show isn't what it is without all of you here to support it. People like Cairo, Christopher B. We got Blacklands Geo. We got Anfidiaz, Benjamin Berkey, Steve Cooper, Indiana Jones, Christmas, Argentina, Mercenary, Toilet Duck, Old Boy Talathar. Who else is here? Little Deadfly's been here the entire time. We have Bryce. Also, with John, you want to give your crap away to others, and they have to attack with it. Great idea. And as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing those coffees, and we're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.